Zephaniah chapter 3, the prophet Zephaniah describes God's heart, and particularly his emotion and his affection for his people as he brings them to salvation. Now it's remarkable, the famous verse, Zephaniah 3 verse 17, that the Lord will rejoice with gladness and the Lord will rejoice with singing over his people. And understanding that and receiving that from his heart quiets our heart in the love of God, instead of being stirred up in anxiety and the storm of life and all the fear of what's happening. He said, the way to quiet your heart is to get in touch with this storyline that unfolds verse by verse through Zephaniah 3. It's quite an in-depth storyline. There's 6 or 7 parts of the story. Of course, the kind of the volcanic explosion where it comes to a head is that the Lord says, even though you've resisted me, even though you've said no to me, as my grace is drawing you closer and closer, and they humbled themselves, he says, I want you to know, my people, that I am rejoicing over you. I delight in the relationship. I enjoy you. Even though you resisted me for a season, there's no shame in it because we're in this thing together. And so Zephaniah 3 unpacks about 5 or 6 part of the end time storyline, but that's kind of like the volcanic explosion of it. But then the Lord, Zephaniah says, you have to say this message, sing this message, declare this message about how God delights with feeling and affection for his people, not only when they're fully mature, but even when they're in the process of responding and growing. That message is critical.